I've moved on from the Colaba district in Mumbai and now I'm in Bandra. Now, I've heard a lot of things about Bandra. I'd never heard of it before until the guy who ran the hostel in Udaipur told me that it's a very lively district, very hip, lots of street art, coffee shops. Sounds right up my street, to be honest. Just checked into my hostel, which is basically someone's house on the street. It's a few minutes away from the kind of main destinations that I want to go and look at, but it seems nice. Hot shower, Wi-Fi works, so it's all good. Just a few minutes walk from a hostel is a coffee shop, and it's quite expensive, but it is a speciality coffee roasters, so I'm going to treat myself and hopefully it'll be a good coffee. And we're going to see some of the attractions that I wanted to look at along the way, so we're straight in to the district of Bandra. Right, to get to the coffee shop I need to turn left up Chapel Road, I think it's called, and apparently this has got tons of street art on it. Here we have some of the art that's part of the Bollywood art project. So all the art on this street that you see with this BAP symbol, these are all Bollywood movie stars. And there's one just next door. Yeah, this is Bollywood as well. We have Asha Parekh and Helen and Wahida Rahman. Well, apparently I'm stood outside this coffee shop. Oh, in fact it's down here. It's a very cool place, the coffee shop. There's even a little cinema in here showing movies by local filmmakers. And yeah, it's very hip. Lots of art. The coffee was very good in there, to be honest, even though it was a little bit expensive. 230 rupees. And now I've just come out and it's absolutely pissing it down, so I need to find some food. I've only eaten 2 bananas all day, so I just stopped off at a little shop that sells all kind of chicken and mutton things, burgers and rolls, wings, all that kind of thing. And I want myself a chicken leg for 50 pence and a mutton samosa for 20 pence. So that's lunch sorted. And so begins another frustrating process of trying to draw out some bloody money. The Bank of Bob doesn't want to give me any. I'm not in a massive rush. I've not paid my hostel yet. They never asked for any money. They never asked to see my passport, never asked for anything. I just arrived. They didn't even ask my name. They just took me to the room and just showed me a bed and went, there you go. So this is a place I had saved to come and have a look at, but it all looks closed down, empty. St Andrew's Church. It is pissing it down. And there's a bar over here, and apparently it's one of Mumbai's greatest dive bars. Here we are then, the first full day in the Bandra district. I keep forgetting the name. Last night ended up pretty crazy, to be honest, because I left the bar when it stopped raining finally after 6 beers, and my phone had run out of power, my power bank had run out of power, so I had to memorise my way back to the hostel, and of course I got lost. 9-minute walk took about 50 minutes, but I did get there in the end, and now I'm going to head around the district, look at some of the sights, get a vibe for the place. Starting off with a place down here called Steps Cafe. Well, check this out. A cafe. Got a bloody tree growing in the middle of it. Well, this place is called the Steps Cafe because it's located right next to these steps, which I'm going to head up next. And this takes me up to a big old church, apparently. Lovely coffee then at the Steps Cafe. And now we're going to tackle the steps, all 109 of them. some street art on the way up. You can either walk up the steps or you can take the path. It's actually wheelchair friendly. And there we are, that was easy enough. So it brings us out at St Stephen's Church, which appears to be all locked up, so we can't go in there. Well, here we are at the Basilica of the Lady of the Mount, and this one is open. Photos are not allowed in or outside the church. They can't tell me to not take a photo from out here because I'm on the street. Inside the church it says no photos, but it says only photos of the Mother Mary, which I'm presuming is this. Heading down now to something that's called Bandstand, which is the road that runs right next to the sea. I've just stopped to take a photo of this big chunky old hotel behind me, and the security guy came up and told me, not allowed. I mean, it's a hotel. Well, at least I think it is anyway. Not allowed to take a photo. Well, this looks an interesting sight. I'm not exactly sure what it is that I've just walked into, or if you can even go in here. There are people in there, but they appear to be working. Right, let's go and have a look at the old Arabian Sea instead then. Right, so it's the remains of an old fort. That's what it is. And this is open, so... Well, it's blocked off at the top of here, and I think that originally would have led to Couples Park or Lovers Park, because yeah, all the young lovers are just sat on the wall, unable to get to the park for a bit of privacy. Coming over here to a viewpoint, because this looks like the place where the waves most violently crash against the shore, so I might get wet over here. Well, bloody hell. Time that right. That's probably the biggest wave all day, and I had to be stood right there when it happened. So now I'm absolutely soaked, as you can see. Feels nice actually. Nice and cool. Although the weight of the water is actually pulling my trousers down, so I need to be careful. They frown upon that kind of behaviour, even in India. Well, this is lunch sorted from the A1 bakery. I've got three things. I've got a chicken spring roll, a chicken lollipop, and a mutton, looks like a kind of mutton sausage roll. There's a few of these bakeries. I went to one yesterday, and it always makes you laugh because there's nowhere to sit down. It's just a little tiny stall. But they always ask, do you want it here or take away? So eating there just means you stand outside the shop and eat it, and if takeaway means you stand somewhere else and eat it. So anyway, three things, £1.20. So here we are, and here's lunch. So we've got this mutton kind of pate type thing, chicken spring roll and lollipop chicken, which I've been meaning to have for a while. I have tried to have it, but they've been sold out. Basically, it's chicken drumstick, and they just push all the meat down to make a lollipop. £1.20 all that costs. That's my belly full then, and it turns out I'm right close to a couple of places that I wanted to go and see, which is convenient. The first is called Nagrana Lane, which is a small lane just off this main road. I think it's filled with street art. I'm not sure why I've got it saved on my maps, but let's go take a look anyway. Oh, this is it. Doesn't look that impressive, to be honest. Maybe it gets better as we walk through. Was that it? Wasn't the most amazing street art, to be honest. And now I'm at a place called Ranwar Village, which I think used to actually be independent of the rest of Mumbai. I'm not sure of the history of it. Let's take a walk around. Feels very different around here. Let's take a walk through the busy market streets of Bandra. Hello. This is where I came in yesterday. Pushing my way through with my backpacks. Very lively around here. I've been walking up Minkin Road for quite a while. I'm wondering why, because I was expecting the market, but it's just all been typical high street stores. But we've reached the market now. Minkin Road Market. Yeah, it's one of them markets where everyone's trying to get you in. The guy just tried to get me in a shop. I don't know what he was selling. He was just selling bras. What good's that to me? Mainly seems to be shoes, and yeah, all seems a bit women oriented and kids. Not a great deal of choice so far. Well, it is actually an indoor market as well, which I wasn't aware of, but it's yeah, it's just nothing here really.
Hello, Baba.
That's okay, that's just not really worth walking all this way for, to be honest. Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Yeah, a bit shit really. Although, you know, it might improve. There does seem to be more going on up here, so let's not write it off just yet. I've just been in this small mall behind me, Link Square it's called, and I only went in there to use the toilet, and it's just very bizarre. I walked into the toilet and there's a sign on the door saying these toilets are not to be used for trial purposes. God knows what that means. And then I go to the urinals, and there's a guy sitting at the urinals with his jeans around his ankles. He just stuck there in his pants basically. And then of course he wanted to talk to me once I'd finished. I was talking to him. And then I'm walking through the mall to try and find my way out, and right in the distance I could see a guy. And he had the face like what Ricky Gervais has when he's showing the monkey to the guy that's walking around.
Monkey!
Even from afar he's like that, on pause. And then I got up to him and I was like, I'm alright mate, I just walked straight past. Broke his heart, I did. This little guy has just absolutely frightened me to death. He's just come up and grabbed hold of my leg, and yeah, I have no money, no sorry, thank you. He's not giving up. No money, no rupees, no rupees. Putting on the tears now. Now someone's obviously seen me walking down that road and sent him to go and hassle me for money. And he's followed me all the way down the street, right onto to this main road, started with the tears, and I'm just, no rupees, not getting a penny. You can't encourage that, you know. Sending the kid off to follow a stranger onto a main road. Now I'm right up at the top of Lincoln Road. I'm only a 25-minute bus ride away from something called Gilbert Hill, which I do plan to go and visit. But the thing is, I think we're going to get an absolute downpour, and Gilbert Hill is not the place to be in the middle of a bloody downpour. So I'm not sure what to do. Might skip it.